In the heart of an ancient forest, where the trees whispered secrets in the moonlight, there was a darkness that chilled the bravest of souls. This forest was known as the Shadowed Woods, a place where locals dared not venture after dark. Its legends were filled with stories of eerie occurrences and unexplained disappearances. But tonight, a group of friends decided to test their courage and delve into the heart of the forest, under the light of the full moon. Sarah, Mark, Lisa, and Alex had heard the tales since childhood. They were eager to prove their fearlessness to one another, driven by the thrill of the unknown. Armed with flashlights and a bundle of firewood, they embarked on their nocturnal journey into the Shadowed Woods. The forest felt oppressive even in the daytime, with the dense canopy of ancient oaks that blocked out the sun. At night, it was another world entirely. The moonlight struggled to penetrate the thick foliage, casting eerie, shifting shadows on the forest floor. The crunch of leaves beneath their feet was the only sound, as if the forest held its breath. As they ventured deeper, Sarah, the most superstitious of the group, couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. "This place gives me the creeps," she admitted. "Maybe we should turn back." Mark, the group's self-proclaimed skeptic, scoffed. "Come on, Sarah, don't chicken out now. We're just getting started." Lisa chimed in, trying to lighten the mood. "Yeah, Sarah, you're not going to let a few trees scare you, are you?" Alex, the quietest of the group, kept his thoughts to himself, but his unease was palpable. He gripped his flashlight tightly, scanning the shadows for any signs of movement. As they continued deeper into the woods, they stumbled upon an ancient stone circle, partially hidden by overgrown vines. In its center, a single large, gnarled tree stood like a sentinel. Mark decided it was the perfect place to set up a campfire. They gathered around the tree, with the fire crackling and casting eerie, dancing shadows on the stone circle. The forest seemed to close in around them, and they all realized that the deeper they ventured, the more it felt like the forest didn't want them there. Sarah's unease had intensified, and she whispered to the group, "Do you ever wonder why nobody ever ventures this deep into the woods? Why it's known as the Shadowed Woods?" Lisa tried to maintain her composure, but her voice quivered as she replied, "I don't know, but I think we should be careful. Let's stay close together." Just as they were discussing the legends of the forest, they heard a soft, eerie melody, almost like a flute playing in the distance. The music seemed to be beckoning them deeper into the forest. Alex's flashlight caught the glint of something metallic hanging from the tree. It was a silver flute, suspended by a thin, tattered ribbon. Mark grabbed the flute, examining it with fascination. "This is incredible. It must belong to someone who's been here before." But Sarah had a sinking feeling. She remembered an old legend about a spectral flutist who played enchanting tunes to lure unsuspecting travelers deeper into the forest. "Put that down, Mark. We shouldn't mess with it." Mark dismissed her concerns, raising the flute to his lips. As he blew a tentative note, the forest seemed to respond. The shadows grew darker, and the wind picked up, carrying with it an eerie chorus of whispers that seemed to come from the very trees themselves. Suddenly, the ground shook, and the stone circle beneath them shifted. The forest awakened, and the ancient oaks seemed to reach out their twisted branches towards the group. Panic set in as the earth trembled and the trees seemed to close in around them. "We need to run," Lisa cried out, and they bolted in the direction they had come from, with the music of the spectral flutist still haunting their every step. The forest, it seemed, had come to life and was determined to keep them within its dark embrace. The group stumbled through the tangled underbrush, their flashlights cutting through the inky blackness. But the forest's malevolent intent was clear. Trees contorted, creating barriers, and branches snatched at their clothes and hair. They were lost, disoriented, and terror gripped their hearts. With every step, the spectral flutist's haunting melody pursued them, urging them further into the depths of the Shadowed Woods. As they ran, they heard ghostly voices, the whispered secrets of the forest itself, warning them to turn back. But the fear had taken hold, and they couldn't escape the relentless pursuit. In their frantic flight, they stumbled upon an ancient, overgrown well. Without hesitation, they decided to hide inside it, hoping that the forest would give up its pursuit. They huddled together, clutching their flashlights and gasping for breath, listening to the eerie tune that still echoed through the trees. Hours passed, and the music eventually faded into the distance. The forest had grown quiet, but the group knew they were not alone. With trembling hands, they shone their flashlights down into the well. To their horror, they saw the skeletal remains of previous wanderers who had met a grim fate. The realization hit them like a thunderbolt: this forest had claimed many before them. The group managed to climb out of the well and, guided by the faint moonlight, retraced their steps out of the woods. The forest had taken a toll on them, leaving them shaken and forever haunted by their night in the shadowed woods. As they emerged from the oppressive canopy, they saw the first light of dawn breaking over the horizon. The forest's malevolence seemed to wane, and they found themselves standing at the edge of the woods, free at last. With trembling legs, they stumbled back into the safety of the daylight, vowing never to return to the shadowed woods. They had survived the night, but they would forever carry with them the chilling knowledge that some places are better left in darkness, shrouded by their own secrets and fears.